time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter shot. Catch and shoot. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
There's the bell to start round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round. Everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. And you continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Looking to land the hook. Well done with that counter shot. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Undora just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right.
Back at it in round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Counter punching. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that jab not going to score. A perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Everything in the bag. Oh, you've let him.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, flexed right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter shot. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. They better start respecting each other's punching power. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Beautiful counter punch. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. There's the bell to start round 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Counter punch right up the middle. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
They exchange punches. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch. He just misses with that jab. Miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. And he misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get your mind back. Get your focus back.
Here we go. It's round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Just misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't land that jab. Catch and shoot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Catch and shoot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Bad rounds, all right.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Jab misses. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it at every round in the bag.